and the whole country united for our victory or for our survival. And hopefully we will not be leading 2 sets to love and losing in 5 this time. So hopefully we'll manage to save our country. And there are a lot of great fighters in Ukraine, and I'm quite confident if the West doesn't stop to support us, our victory or our freedom is not far away.
I understand. I understand. It's heavy topics and also heavy moments when you guys are on the court as well. You guys have faced off in the finals. You two face off in the finals. Is the connection linked forever when you face someone in a moment like that, where people like me bring up what happened, but also you share a bond that not many people can understand?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to put that in words, but you are so strangely on an island on a tennis court, but also so uniquely connected. And then you find yourself in the biggest moments of your life, an opportunity to do something you've never done, opportunity to do something you've never done, and you have this battle that is hanging in the balance, maybe one shot, maybe 1 point, and sometimes you feel like it's a matter of luck or a matter of destiny, but you know, Andre was always one of those players that if I did lose to him, I could always say to myself, well, shit, at least he won. At least he won.
The same for me. Yeah, I think it was in the magic of the moment that we knew that the history is on the line. When Andre wins, he completes the Grand Slam. If I win, I would win the slam that everybody thought I deserved to win. You know, if you look a little bit back in the career.
Sure.
And because of the mutual respect and because of also a special thing that happened just a couple months before the Roland Garros in Monte Carlo, when Andre saved my career by giving me some advices that I used going into the Roland Garros. Maybe he doesn't remember that.
I do remember.
Because of all this, the combination of all these things, this made it sentimental. And if I would lose. If you can say that you are happy to lose to somebody, yeah, I was happy to lose to Andre because he's the guy I respect and the guy who brought so much flavor, so much color in tennis, so much activity that we all respected him. And to see him completing this and being on the same stage was a great honor. Of course, I'm disappointed that I lost, but like I said, if you lose in this moment, is this historical moment, to the person like Andre, in a way, it's a big honor, and I'm happy I was a part of it.
The roof is closed now.
Yeah.
There was a roof back then, there would be no rain delay. What happens then?
Well, you get good coaching, you know. Brett told him to put the ball back in play. That's what he did. The wind stopped, and yeah, honestly, if we play a normal match under the conditions, no rain, no wind, and anything, I think it would just who's hitting the ball better that day. No, and. Andre couldn't find the rhythm in the first 2 sets. Then the rain, started. The wind stopped a little bit. He got advice from Brad. I got a little bit ahead of myself, thinking that it's close. And of course, the experience of winning the slams before played a big role. I think in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th set, especially.
Going back a couple months earlier, we were in Monte Carlo for different reasons. He was there playing. I was there to pull out because we had a rule that you had to see the tournament doctor if you're going to pull out to avoid the fine.
Withdraw from the tournament?
Yeah. So I go there to withdraw. So it's like a Monday night or what have you. And so I'm waiting for a fight the next day. What better thing to do than to go out to a nightclub, right? So I go out to this nightclub and there's Andre. And I'm like, dude, you're playing the tournament. He's like, no, I lost today. I'm quitting tennis. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I go, you can't quit. And he's like, why? And I go, because you can't quit. You could change your life, but you're quitting. I mean, you got so much tennis in you. And I remember counting all the ways that you could play the game, and I remember you telling me what you were struggling with, and then I remember saying, well, how about we focus on these things, and then fast forward a month and a half, picture this, opposite sides of the draw. I'm playing one day, he's practicing that day, next day he's playing, I'm practicing that day, and we're crossing paths where one person's relaxed and one person's about to play, wishing each other luck, hoping the other one wins, and then it starts getting all too real as it gets closer. So by the time we got to the quarters, we had to keep up to the tradition. We had to give each other a hug. We had to give each other some kind words, but at the same time, we were on a collision course. So I got a little awkward around the semifinals, but
How are you feeling down 2 sets to love about that advice you get?
here I was playing not only Andre, which in my mind was my worst enemy, which was myself, another Andre, but on top of it, somebody I coached, not just, I mean, for a brief moment, not just to beat other players, but I was actually just telling them how he could beat me, because that's how I felt looking at him and playing against him. And so he was well prepared from a strategic perspective, and I was a deer in headlights, and we got off to a great start, and I was just glad it
All
turned
from a
into good
club in Monte
Yeah,
Carlo.
it's a little bit of a destiny, because normally I don't go to nightclubs when I played, and normally I never had the decision to quit tennis. That was the first time I talked to my team about this, and I was so disappointed. My wrist was hurting. I didn't feel any motivation. To hear the words like this from, sorry to say it, but from a superstar in tennis, I couldn't believe I hear it actually. And the advices that Andre gave me was about the quality, not the quantity of tennis. And that really switched completely the mind, the preparation for the tournament. I felt alive again. And coming into the French Open, I was doing a lot of fitness, and only 10 days before the tournament, I started to play tennis because my wrist was hurt.
Wow.
I picked up the new racket. I was ready. I was fit. I wanted to get back into the top 100 because my ranking was 104, and I was motivated, in good form, good draw, because I got Pete Sampras in the second round on clay. You know, I feel good about my chances. And then through his destiny, because normally you don't see Andre in the tournament. He's always come, win, and go. No warm up, no shower, no stretching, nothing. Just comes, does, leaves. And then somehow we saw each other erratically after every match we crossed, which is also, we don't have each other's phone number, we don't have a contact, the coaches didn't have, it was a destiny. He said, hey, well done. He also gave me a couple of advices to play the quarterfinals as well.
You were given advice during the tournament.
I was, yes, because at the time there were a couple people I worried about more than him, but I needed him to win, and yeah, a little coaching here or there. Let's put that.
So then, I'm sorry, to have that embrace afterwards, where you guys are sharing these moments that no one else knows about, and you're accomplishing something that I've watched other pieces where you talking about, if I didn't win there, I don't know if I'd ever won it. How much more sweet did it make it for you? Because you had this universal cosmic connection that nobody else knew about.
Well, I mean, listen, after I had won it, you know, I was overwhelmed for a lot of reasons. It was the last 4 of the majors for me to win. I could have, some people say should have won it a decade earlier, favored in 2 finals, one to this guy, one to Andres Gomez, right? So it's just like, I never thought I'd have that moment again. And the thing that was also so tough about it is I was old enough to understand that I'll never have this opportunity again. I was lucky to even have it that time, and I think the nerves got the best of me. I was kind of a deer in headlights. I was frozen. First 2 sets were over with in like 47 minutes. And I
didn't play good.
No, I didn't see anything stopping it. But when I finally got past the finish line, it felt good to hug him for a lot of reasons. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. Speaking of that match, first 2 sets go this way, then rain delay. What did Brad Gilbert tell you in the locker room? Did he come at you, or was it a gentle talk?
So Brad has never been the yeller. Let's put it that way. He's always had a quiet voice, but I don't think I ever heard him yell as much as he did this time. I mean, when you go to 128 guys in that locker room down to 2 on a rain delay, it's pretty damn quiet in that locker room. And he slammed that locker and just starts telling me, you know, what the hell's the matter with you? I'm just going, he's too good. He goes, how do you even know? You can't even, you're not even moving. He goes, I got an idea. If the ball's over there, run. How about we just start with that? Just run. Go to the ball. And he said, and if you're so confused at where you want to hit it, wherever he is, hit it the other direction, right? I mean, he was laying into me, and he says, we've been here for 20 days. You've laid it on the line. You've laid your heart and soul out there. You just get out there and do it on your terms and stop trying to be perfect. You just have to figure out how to be better than one person. So I walked back on the court, and I just thought I was going to lose a different way, quite honestly. But the one shot of the whole match that turned it.
Yeah,
Point.
I agree.
You still remember which one it was?
Yeah, I made you play it, but you played it good.
I was serving 4-all, 3rd set, down 2 sets to love, 15 love. I double fault.
Wow. 30-15.
No, sorry, 30-15. I double fault.
double fault
30 all
and
double
missed,
fault.
and missed the first serve on the break point.
30-40, missed the first serve.
Wow.
Hit an aggressive second serve deep. You leave it hanging in the center of the court, and I just decide to come in. Don't ask me why. I only used to come in to shake hands. And I decided to come in. I decided to go back to your backhand, thinking you were going to cover forehand. You stay home. You do what every,
I made you play. I made you play
put
two
it
volleys.
to my right shoelace volley. That volley could have gone anywhere.
Yeah.
I hit it cross. It found the line. You had to react to it, and I kind of hit into the open court, held serve, and once it turned into a match at 2-1, the quality went up dramatically, both sides.
Yeah. Well, after 4-all, of course, the crowd was behind you because they wanted to see, they wanted to see a fight. And once you got that hold at 4-all, the crowd went crazy. I got a little bit uncertainty, and that was the first time you broke me the next game.
That's right.
It was a big momentum switch, and I remember that in the fourth set, I considered my chances not great. I was still trying to win this set, but I was preparing for the fifth.
Wow.
That
I
was
wish
my...
I knew that.
Well, I wish that also I knew something. I read your book, which was very, very interesting. And
What did you learn in that book?
yeah, well, I learned that when you're nervous, you actually can drink vodka before the match.
Oh, really?
Seriously, I was raised in the environment where cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, forget it. Even the bad behavior, I would say, staying late or going to nightclubs, it was not acceptable if you want to be a pro. Obviously, I opened my eyes differently when I saw the French guys and Spanish guys. When I ended up in this nightclub on Monday, half of the draw was there. I'm here because I want to retire. I'm done. That's why I'm here. Why you still have the second round? They were smoking, drinking. What's going on? And then, of course, when I was nervous, for example, before the final, I slept maybe 3 hours, close to the morning. I was so hectic. I like my chances against Andre. When you play the semifinals against Dominique, I was rooting for you because I thought Dominique is playing great, and he has a good game against me. And I thought that if you win, I have better chances against.